Hello everyone, I'm starting this Nessus room. I've already completed the installation portion, which is task number 1 and number 2, and now I'm doing task number 3. So I'm currently in this page. Not sure what to do with this yet, but I'm going to start with task number 3 and go from there. So I'm going to answer the first question. What is the name of the button which is used to launch a scan? Let's see over here. Probably new scan. Great. That was the correct answer. And I got that from going over here and saying new scan right there. Okay, question number 2. What side menu option allows us to create custom templates? So over here in the policies, it'll say policies allows you to create custom templates defining what actions are performed during a scan. So policies would be the answer. Okay, third question. What menu allows us to change plugin properties such as hiding them or changing their severity? Okay, plugin, oh that's probably plugin rules. Plugin rules allow you to hide or change the severity of any given plugin. That's pretty straightforward. Plugin rules. Alright, let's go to the fourth question. In the scan template section, after clicking on new scan, what scan allows us to see simply what hosts are live? Okay, so I went to all scans and then I did create a new scan, and it says host discovery, a simple scan to discover live hosts and open ports. Should I put that right there? Host discovery. Awesome, got that one correct. One of the most useful scan types, which is considered to be suitable for any host. Okay, let's see. Suitable for any host. So that would be this one, basic network scan, a full system scan suitable for any host. Basic network scan. Alright, on a row. What scan allows us to authenticate to hosts and enumerate missing updates? Usually we call that credential scans, but let's see if that is over here. So I think it is this one, credentialed patch audit, authenticate to hosts and enumerate missing updates. Credential patch audit. Woohoo! And lastly, what scan is specifically used for scanning web applications? Should be something that says web application scan. Oh, yep. Web application test, scan for published and unknown web vulnerabilities using Nessus scanner. Let's try that one. Web application test. Sorry, when I switched around in Firefox, sometimes it takes a while to load up the page. Web, I forgot what it said. Web application test. Web application test. Alright, sounds good. Alright, task 3 completed. Let's go on to task number 4. Okay, we just finished task 3. We're going to do task number 4 now. Scanning. I just started my machine and this is my IP address. Probably should copy that because we're probably going to do a scan on the deployed VM. So let's start it. So my first task is create a new basic network scan targeting the deployed VM. What option can we set under basic on the left to set a time for the scan to run? This can be very useful when network congestion is an issue. And this is true. A lot of times when a production environment, you kind of want to do your scans at a later time kind of during off hours so that it doesn't congest the network. But let's start this basic network scan. So I'm going to do a new scan, or let's see, all scans like we tried before. We'll do create a new scan and do basic network scan. Okay, I'm going to name it basic scan folder, and the target would be the deployed VM, which I already copied. And right over here it's scheduled. Probably when you turn it on, you'll see that you could set a start date for everything. So that's probably the answer right there. So schedule. There we go. Okay. Target. All right. Under discovery, on the left side, set the scan type to cover ports 1 through 65,535. Sorry, I'm kind of blind. So right over here, discovery, calling ports. Let's do all. Yep, if we do port scan all ports on the drop-down menu, it says scan all ports 1 through 65,535. Okay, so what is this type called? Let's see. Port scan all ports. Port scan all ports. I think it was in parentheses. There we go. What scan type can we change under advanced for a lower bandwidth connection? So let's see that. So advanced scan low bandwidth links. Bandwidth. That's correct. With these options set, launch the scan. So let's do that. I think we can save everything. And then right here, I think, right here, click launch. All right. And once we click it, I believe it'll give a status right here. Status running. The other scanners that I use, they kind of give a percentage of when it'll be done. So just wait for that. We'll go back to here. After the scan completes, which vulnerability in the support scanners family can we view the details to see the open ports of this host? Okay, it looks like it's still scanning, but it looks like we can grab the port scanner. And through this info severity, it looks like they did a port scan, a SYN half open port scan, and they found that the port 80, which is HTTP was found. Let's see if that was after which vulnerability. So that looks like this one right here, the Nessus SYN scanner. That's the vulnerability that it can be, but this is an info vulnerability, so kind of like self-explanatory. It's information, so not the most severe vulnerabilities. It's at the lowest part. Next question: what Apache HTTP server version is reported by Nessus? That's probably something that we have to wait a little longer for. Okay, guys, we're back. Let the scan run for a little longer, and now you can see that there's a lot more vulnerabilities that popped up. And what looks good and what we can get our last question, or the answer to our last question, would probably be the Apache HTTP version, this info severity vulnerability. And as you can see at the output, you can see the version that it detects is 2.4.99. So let's put that there, 2.4.99. And we got it correct. So that is done for task number 4. We're going to start task number 5 now. Okay, for task number 5, it looks like it's called scanning a web application. And it says run a web application scan on the VM. So let's start doing that. And once we do that, it looks like we can answer these questions. And it says running the scan will take some time to complete. So let's be patient. So right here, looks like my scan is completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left side, all scans, and I'm going to do a new scan. And instead of the basic network scan that we did, I'm going to do web application test right here. And we're going to use the same IP address, so this one right here, of our deployed VM. Right over here, I'm going to say web application scan. That's what I'm going to name it. I don't think we need to do anything different. Let's just do a default. And let's do all ports like the last time, just so that we don't miss anything. And let's save it. Let's launch it. So web application scan, the one that we just created, I'm going to launch it. I'm going to click it to see the results. Okay, we are back. It's been about 20 minutes of scanning. We finally got some vulnerabilities that popped up. And what you can see that's different about this web application scan is that there are actually different severities than just informational. So there's a medium severity. Should I click this one? This is a low severity. But before, on the other scan that we did, there's only info severities. So going back to the first question, what is the plugin of the ID that determines the HTTP server type and version? So we're looking for the plugin ID. And to do that, we would go to this one right here, HTTP server type and version. And they're asking for the plugin ID, and it will be right here under the plugin details. So we got the severity, which is the info, and we also got the ID. So that is the plugin ID. Put that there, and we got that correct. Okay. So next question is, what authentication page is discovered by the scanner that transmits credentials in clear text? That sounds like an actual vulnerability. So maybe we can see. Oh, yep, right here. Web server transmit clear text credentials. So let's do that right here. So that is the output area would say that, and they're asking for the page. I would say it's the login page. So you put login/php, login.php. I believe we'd get that's correct. Alright, awesome. We're getting there, guys. The third question, what is the file extension of the config backup? I'll be honest with you guys, I had a hard time trying to find this, but in the end, it is just because the scan is still running and it didn't pop up yet, the vulnerability, but it just popped up, so backup files disclosure. And what we would do is to get the file extension, you get the output, because that is what Nessus is looking for. That is flagging this vulnerability, so it's finding these files right here and flagging the device is vulnerable or the web application is vulnerable. So, okay, next question. Which directory contains example documents? This will be in a PHP directory. So over here, we have this medium severity called browsable web directories. So let's look at that. It said it'll be in the PHP directory. So I'm thinking that it's this one right here. So it'll be the virtual machine that we have right now. And this information right here, the external PHP IDS 0.6 docs examples. So let's try that out. Alright. right, got that correct. And as a side note, this says browsable web directory. So we have this VM open. Let's try to actually go into this and see what happens. It might fail, it might not, but that's kind of ethical hacking, right? You're curious. You want to see what will actually happen. Oh, look at that. I just put the URL in here. Looks like we're in, so let's click this PHP. No attack or example attack. Looks like some kind of script. Cake, readme. But it is kind of cool. Okay, next question. What vulnerability is this application susceptible to that is associated with X-frame options? Alright, so I think I saw something about X-frame options somewhere. I'm just browsing the vulnerabilities that we see. X-frame options. Missing or permissive X-frame options, HTTP response header. So it's not set at all. The X-frame option header has been proposed by Microsoft as a way to mitigate clickjacking attacks and is currently supported by all major browser vendors. Okay, so the question is, what vulnerability is this application susceptible? Oh, so we're talking about clickjacking, and there's a medium severity vulnerability for that, and that is correct. Alright, congratulations everyone. Congratulations to me as well, because we did it. And let's go on. Thank you everyone for watching this. I am new to ethical hacking, and I'm trying to get better, but I thought it'd be cool that I'd kind of do a walkthrough while learning at the same time and just going on this journey of learning how to become a better ethical hacker. I'm taking you guys on the journey as well, and also helping anyone else out that's having trouble with these rooms, because I do post the answers and how to get them and my thought process along the way. So I hope it makes it enjoyable, and please keep watching, and give me any comments that you kind of have for me, any thoughts, any suggestions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.